Grit your teeth and let it hurt. Don't deny it. Don't be overwhelmed by it. It will not last forever. What is up, everybody? It's Po Daddy Simone Rage. Real quick, this video is going to be about a little bit personal, so I'm gonna try to stay on topic. A question was asked to me and asked if I could share it, and well, better place to share it than people who might need to hear it, and YouTube's a great platform for that. I'm just gonna talk about my things that I use for motivation and the things that has happened where those things were really needed. Um, so first, comment, like, and subscribe on things you'd like me to continue to talk about. Go ahead and reach me on my social media if you already know it. But this video, I'd like to just try not to speak forever and just get to a lot of the main topics, but at least give you something that I would hope helps you move on, move forward, or stay positive, or create an optimism or an opportunity to be optimistic about moving forward. 2021 has actually been a terrible year for me. Uh, and to even smile, others have told me how. Like, how, with what you've gone through, can you actually be okay? And are you actually okay? Um, in a way, I am okay. This is why staying optimistic and moving on and moving forward and being positive, being simple, and using the help that you have, using the family that you have, people you love. The first thing I could suggest, real quick, is don't push people away. Let people be there for you. Reach out to people to say hi because life is short. And just to give you a quick summary of how terrible 2021 has been for me, I was already previously going through some hard times in my relationship. Everyone goes through that in their marriage or as a couple. And just one thing led to another. But it takes two to make things better in a relationship. Communication is always key. Give and take is always key. And bending a little bit to each other is key. Even knowing these things, that doesn't mean that everything will work out. All you can hope is that you both mutually come to a good agreement that no one truly gets hurt or offended or angry, and that you can just move on and move on to the next person that will actually want to love you, take care of you, and be there for you, or learn how to do those things. But as of 2021, I recently had found out just before April of this year that I had severe sleep apnea. I already knew that I was a bit insomniac. I've never been a good day person, morning person. I've always been a night owl almost my entire life, even as a kid. But as you get older, sleep starts to be very, very needed. And especially when you're working and working long hours and working to provide for your family and pay things off and save for things and trips and all that joy. In the beginning of this year, my dad had took his second COVID shot, and from then on, he got worse. He actually ended up suffering from a stroke, and his stroke worsened. That going on with my mom already being someone incapacitated and disabled. My mom was going through dialysis 3 times a week for over 5 years, 7 years, and she never liked that. She hated it because it always made her feel weak, but she did it to stay around. She was also with diabetes, uh, uropathy, whatever that's called. She had psoriasis that got better. The uropathy, I think that's what it's called, but it's a problem with your feet. On top of that, my mom was obese. Um, And until the very end, her pain was at its point of, it was bad. Like, my mom was very strong, even though it was annoying. But, it is what it is. When you're hurt, you're hurt. No matter how annoying you can be, the pain is the pain. And for as long as I can remember, my dad had always taken care of my mom. Especially in the last decade of having to take her to the hospital, and for her breathing and her insomnia as well, and the dialysis. And my dad was actually working 50, 60 hours until he retired. But came April, when I went to go take my test, I actually was diagnosed with severe sleep apnea, and it was really bad, like bad. And the only thing I could do was use a CPAP machine or a BiPAP, and I was using it. And man, that thing's hard to use, But not even within a few days, my dad's condition worsened. And, we've always been. The only time it's hard to be optimistic is just thinking about my parents, my dad. Because I actually took the test during my birthday. I woke up to bad news about it. And then a couple of days later, he passed. And the strongest man I knew, strongest cook, person, father, husband, even service towards others, was gone. I'm not sharing this with y'all for any type of pity, but as the only child, boy who looks up to his father, and now to lose him, that was more than a kick in the nuts, Because now I have to take his responsibilities of taking care of my sick mother. But my friends and family came to my aid. We buried him. And my kids helped fill that void of missing him so much. But every day I'm such a movie person, and every time a father thing comes up or a parent thing comes up, it actually hits a lot harder for some reason. Moving on though, now I'm here not working from April, just losing my father, having the bad news of having severe sleep apnea. I had to pray to the Lord to keep me strong and give me the strength to take care of my mom, who's disabled. She can't really get around. And this was in May of this year. Not knowing the future, I had to tell myself what my dad would tell me, what I would want to hear, what I would want to say to myself, going through a morning time, to be strong and smile and love your family and know that He's in a better place. Believe in the plan of God. Believe in God. Believe that now any suffering has been gone except for the love of family and friends and father and husband. So here I am with my mom trying to figure out life as I still had struggled with my relationship, worrying more mainly about my kids now, my mom, and how I am going to better my health so I can return back to work. Now it's June, and I thought I used weight loss as a motivation because I was at the peak of my weight. I'll leave that. If you already know me, I'm not gonna go into that. But I was at the peak of my weight, and I used weight loss, gym, health to refocus my stress, to work on my sleep apnea, and use that as a crutch and replacement for the loss of my father. All of June, I worked my butt off, taking care of my mom with the help of my aunts. And it was hard, you guys. I honestly don't know how my pops did it. Because me and my mom, we actually don't get along. We fight all the time because my mom can be very strong and opinionated. And when you get to a certain age, it's not really about respect, but you don't always want what you believe is correct to be dismissed, or your voice to be dismissed, especially now when you're a father or a mother, or older, an adult. You want to do things as an adult. So in our culture, that is a bit different because we generally have the highest love and respect for our elderly. And although I did for my mom, when I disagree with my mom, and it got ugly. But I loved my mom, as much as she would give me a headache and make my blood boil. I'd kill for my mom. And my mom started to notice how hard it was for me to figure out my life. And take care of her. And on top of that, just losing my dad, who was her rock. She started to get more sick. She started to give in to life struggles. My mom at this time, when I mean she's disabled, she couldn't really do much. This whole year, she was really just in her room, playing on her phone, watching movies, coming down when she can to watch my kids when she could. But she was holding on to life for my dad, for my kids. But losing my dad hit her different. Sorry for the long video, but I'm going to keep going. And my mom ended up in the hospital. And that's what brings us to this. I'm going to try to finish this up now, because I don't want to be crying and wasting your guys' time. My mom ended up passing away at the end of June. But before she passed, I talked with her one last time. And she told me that she doesn't want to keep fighting so much. She doesn't want to be kept alive. She said, I'm done with this. I'm done people taking care of me. I'm done surviving off air. I'm done going to dialysis. I'm done interrupting your guys' lives to help just for me to lay in bed. If I can't survive without all those things, I don't want to be alive anymore. And I love you. I love my grandkids. I miss your dad. But I'm done with those things. She told me, I just want you to be strong and move on and take care of the kids and be happy. Now it's November. I still haven't worked because of all the stress. And in July, and in July, I forced myself to keep continuing my weight loss and being happy and being optimistic, being there for my friends and family, letting them in, trying to be a service to others, trying to be a better dad, better friend, a better nephew, as best as I could, a better cousin, a better brother to friends and family who I consider like my siblings. And in August, I actually came down with a gangrene infection. And I had to have a few surgeries. So I'm going to stop it right there. In August, I came down with a few surgeries that incapacitated me to not return back to work. And here I lie, finally, a lot better, almost healed, and ready to go to work. So what's my secret? Love. Faith in God. Fake it till I make it. Make it real. Smile. Help others. Watch a movie. Go to your happy place. Play video games. Go to the gym. Do a kindness. Every day, I always tell myself these things. Every day I'm trying to do those things. Sleep, work on your health, work on something. Make a goal. Write down your goals so that you can go back to them and say, I haven't done those goals. I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep myself busy. Now, to answer that question, what do I do to keep myself from the sadness of those loss and being injured and going through surgeries? Just don't push people away. Let people help you. Make goals that you can do now to keep yourself busy. Do a hobby. Get to the gym. Go for a walk. Make a vacation trip. Go on a vacation. Get out. And in the end of that, 4 things that was a life-changing, make someone kill themselves, happened to be this year. But I just named well over 4 things that can keep you going. And there's thousands of things, thousands of pros over cons. This your boy Simone Rage. Sorry for the long video. Comment, like, subscribe. Stay motivated. Keep yourself going. Don't just give up on life. Let life, nature call you back up to heaven. Don't just give in. Keep going. People love you. People need you. That's what makes me keep going. Is people need me. You think people don't need you, but people need you. People need me. I hope this video will help and touch your heart. Muitos alofas. Ciao. Comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching this personal video. I love you, Mom and Dad. Rest in love, and until we meet again.